go ahead and get started. My name is Alex Taylor, and I'm the manager of digital marketing and communications with NC Tech. And then we have Aaron on the call. Aaron, if you want to introduce yourself.
Sorry, I was muted. Hey everyone, I'm Aaron Fuller. I'm the Membership Development Manager. Pleasure to meet you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Aaron. But yeah, thank you for joining us for this information session on the Young Tech Professionals Network. If you haven't heard of NC Tech, we are the like an association for the tech sector in North Carolina. We have kind of four prongs of our work. So government affairs and advocacy, talent development and workforce, peer networks, which YTPN is a peer network that we're adding on in 2026, and then just general convening of the tech sector in North Carolina through our signature events and other programming. So if you have any questions about NC Tech, me and Aaron are happy to answer those questions, or you can go to nctech.org and kind of explore everything we got going on. But more specifically, while you're here about YTPN, NC Tech has decided to launch YTPN in 2026. So enrollment right now your membership will start in 2026. Kind of from two different perspectives. So from the employer side, we've heard a lot of feedback on the importance of talent pipeline and making sure that we have like North Carolina supplies you know, young professionals what they need to succeed in their tech careers, and also just to help them learn about opportunities around the state. And then from a young professional side, we've heard feedback of, kind of post-COVID world, navigating, your early careers in tech, and then also building community and collaboration. So from there, we decided that the YTPN might be a good, fill of that hole. And so we're kind of creating this to provide curated programming focused on leadership and professional development, tech trends, and just the general North Carolina business environment, as well as networking and creating avenues for engagement within the greater tech community for young tech professionals. And we are targeting early career through mid 30s. So we're kind of keeping it a little bit vague, just kind of if you define yourself as a young tech professional, we'll let you in. Um, and, maybe at the earliest, like second semester senior in college, or at least post grad to, middle career, mid 30s. Now kind of delving into some of the benefits of YTPN. So our goals here are to build meaningful connections with peers statewide and expand your visibility. Um, Giving young professionals access to professional leadership development opportunities, engage in conversations around innovation, career growth, and the future of technology in North Carolina and beyond. And then also enjoy exclusive offers and discounts through both programming through the YTPN, and then also with just NC Tech programming in general and some of our partners as well. All right, so dues is for this is a 12-month membership. It's $240 a year. So like I mentioned, if you enroll now, it will start on January 1st, and then that's when your 12 months will start. And then after that, it will just be a 12-month membership on when you join. Um, and I did want to also mention that YTPN membership is separate from your employer's NC Tech membership if your employer is a NC Tech member. So these memberships are on an individual basis. So if your employer is not a member of NC Tech, you can still join this network. And then we do have sponsorships available for more of like a group or bulk pricing, which we'll discuss in a second. So that's another option as well. All right, delving into more of the benefits in 2026. So this is what we're kind of launching with. So exclusive programming, we're going to host monthly virtual workshops and webinars, kind of delving into different skills, and we can go over some of the topics that we are potentially covering in a second. And then also have some in-person events scattered throughout the year, both in Raleigh and Charlotte. And then also just some in-person activities based on what market you're in, whether it be Charlotte, Wilmington, Triad, or the Triangle. Discounted registration for select signature events that NC Tech hosts. So right now we have slated for Outlook for Tech, which is in Charlotte at the beginning of the year, and then Tech Fest, which will be in Durham in May. So those are two of our like large like content heavy events that we host every year that you'll have a discounted rate to, and then we'll also have some YTP and programming associated with those two events that would be exclusive to this network. Opportunity to serve on YTP and leadership committee. So we'll discuss this in a second as well. But there's more opportunities to get engaged and kind of inform where this network goes. We'll have recognition on our website, so we'll be just some added visibility there. I am the marketing and comms person, so you'll be getting a monthly newsletter from me every month, just kind of detailing upcoming programming, some membership highlights, fun stuff like that. And then we'll also have an exclusive YTPN group in NC Tech Connect, which is our online community. All right, so kind of delving more into our monthly virtual webinars. So we'll host these monthly and kind of delve into a bunch of different topics in bunch of different formats. So whether it be a panel discussion, more of a collaborative time, or kind of a stand and deliver from like a tech executive. So we're still kind of building out our programming for the year with that, but we'll have more information on that soon. But since we're a statewide organization, this will be open to everyone across the state, and you'll be able to connect with tech professionals all across the state, which is pretty cool. So as I've mentioned, YTPN will host in-person activities like mixers, structured networking, and service projects, tech tours, special events, and more. We'll actually touch on that in the next slide here. So this is what we have in terms of in-person programming right now. So this is in addition to the monthly virtual workshops that we'll be hosting. So we're launching in the Triangle in January, and then we'll launch in Charlotte in February in conjunction with our Outlook for Tech event. And then in April, we have like a give back event. And May, we are going to do something in conjunction with Tech Fest in Durham. So that's going to be our large, like content heavy trade show focused on innovation in North Carolina. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then, like I mentioned, Outlook for Tech and Tech Fest will have YTP and discounts as well for registration for those events. And we'll have an end of summer mixer in the Triangle in Charlotte, another give back event in October, and then an end of year kind of gathering in November. This is kind of subject to change, but the mixers are going on the calendar soon, the launch mixers, and then as well as the first couple of virtual workshops. All right, so I'm not going to go through every single one of these points, but here's some of the potential topics we discussed with our discovery committee. So we rounded up maybe 15 or so young professionals to kind of inform what they want to see from this network. And here are some of the topics that we had discussed. I did want to mention our first virtual workshop, which will be on the calendar in the next few weeks. It's more on developing your personal brand and elevator pitch with our executive coach, Adam, that we have like on retainer. So it should be a good event to kind of kick off the year and kind of get those conversations going. But a lot of like our discussions were on like the intersection of like business and tech and policy and tech. So a lot of cool stuff down in the works. And if y'all have any feedback, I'm sending these slides out after this. So if y'all have any feedback, let me know. But our leadership committee will kind of inform where we go with these topics. And then moving on to our leadership committee. So we're hoping to pool maybe 15 or so individuals to help inform where this network goes in 2026. So this is a year-long commitment, and they will be shaping our network in programming, community engagement, membership, and marketing and comms. And NC Tech staff members will kind of be helping out with soliciting like when we need feedback. So that is an option right now if you would like to get more involved and kind of inform where this network goes. on the application, you can elect to be considered for the leadership committee, and we'll be reaching out with more information on that. Particularly if you have any interest in those like 3 bullet points there, and kind of expanding and curating what the network will look like in this year and beyond. But it's an awesome opportunity to have a, footprint with this network and then just in the tech sector in general. So just kind of delving into a little bit more about marketing communications related to this network. Each young professional will be added to the YTPN webpage, and then if you're in a leadership position, it will also have like a more of a like a little card kind of identifying that. And then monthly newsletters, like I mentioned, joining the NC Tech Connect group. And then we'll also have opportunities for young tech professionals to submit blog content, do member spotlights, and then also get some visibility on social media on LinkedIn and Instagram. All right. So as I mentioned, there's some more ways to get involved if your organization would like to sponsor this program. So there's different levels at which they can do that. So we have our presenting sponsor, which that's an exclusive sponsorship, and they would get 8 memberships out of that, as well as their branding be on, every single communication that goes out, and then other marketing collateral. We have in-person activity sponsors. So these would be exclusive to each like specific in-person activity. If we have like a panel, for example, they'd be able to introduce the speaker or moderate a panel, and then get signage at the event. And that includes 2 memberships as well. Virtual programming sponsors, kind of self-explanatory. They would just be sponsoring a specific monthly webinar and be able to introduce the speaker and make remarks at the beginning. And then our bulk kind of group discount or group kind of pricing is the YTPN supporter sponsorship, and that includes 4 memberships, but also branding on the website. So if you have any questions about that, we're happy to answer those, and then we're happy to get any decision makers involved with our team if that helps. All right. So that is all the information I have. Aaron, did you want to add anything before we get to questions?
No, I'm excited for this, and I think we're all going to have a good time. Goes without saying. That's about all I have to add. But I'm here to answer any questions if anyone had any.
Awesome. Yes. So if y'all would like to submit questions in the Q&A function, we'll get to them right now. It's typically at the bottom of your screen, but it might be at the top. I'll give it a couple of seconds, see if any questions come through. Also, you're more than welcome to just reach out to us after this and we'll, can help you out there too. I'm not seeing any right now, but I'll give it a few more seconds. Again, it's the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen in Zoom. All right. Not seeing any come through the Q&A, but if you have any questions, I'll send a follow-up email with our one-pager, our link to our landing page, and also the enrollment form. So you'll have our emails. Feel free to ask any questions you might have. I'll send the sponsorship menu as well. But yeah, thank you so much for joining this information session, and we hope that you are able to enroll in YTPN in 2026. Thank you so much.
See y'all.